Elden Ring is coming out tomorrow, and before its release, you already know that the most heavily scrutinized aspect of this game will be its difficulty. I'm looking forward to overcoming this next addition to the collection most synonymous for difficulty in video games. However, this video is not about what's to come, it's a celebration for what's been. And boy has there been a whole lot of stupid bullshit piece of game. Am I stupid? Oh.
Help me.
The difficulty of Dark Souls needs no introduction. Even now I have friends who are hesitant to play these games. Never before has a franchise struck so much dread and fear into the heart of a player. On paper, dying hundreds of times to one boss fight doesn't sound too enjoyable, but as deep as you may fall into frustration, the heights of your triumph far outweigh the struggle that it takes to ascend. Dark Souls isn't really a hard game, it just has a very steep learning curve and messes with a player's perception of progress. Take for example the souls you earn. You might spend a while farming up low tier enemies just to die in the next boss fight, losing all of your souls. Someone unfamiliar with the Souls games would probably think to themselves, damn it, I've just lost hours worth of work. But a seasoned Dark Souls player will likely be completely unfazed, and that's because they've disconnected the correlation between in-game currency and in-game progress. Souls are nifty, they're used to level up or buy weapons and equipment, but the benefits that they give are minor when compared to something like the memorizing of attacking patterns. I see every death as an attempt, and with every attempt I can learn something. Most of the time I don't even care about losing a few thousand souls, because in the grand scheme of things, the amount of souls you'll be getting in the later stages of the game dwarf the ones you just lost.
Thank you.
Dark Souls 1 was very grounded and robust, mobility was more restrictive and attacks generally felt quite heavy-handed. To contrast this, Dark Souls 2 was slippery and unreliable. While certainly more agile, dodge rolls are significantly harder to time, and the player is now vulnerable to damage even when performing attacks such as the backstab. Dark Souls 3 is by far the most balanced and approachable, attacks are dependable and easy to use, the increased mobility makes it more difficult to get caught out in the middle of a skirmish, and now, the dodge roll has the ability to disrupt attacks on some enemies. It certainly has the most dynamic combat system when compared to its predecessors. Elden Ring appears to be very similar to Dark Souls 3, but while I imagine the handling will be very familiar to me, there is one key difference that I am very anxious to explore. Elden Ring is an open world game. As discussed earlier, Souls games are notoriously difficult, and I believe that a largely unrecognized contributing factor is how linear these games are. Following a path means that you have to overcome certain obstacles in sequence in order to advance in the game. For example, if I told you that I had beaten Wart, you may think of the giant dragon knight and transforming monster that I would have had to have gotten past in order to reach the boss room. In an open world setting, I'm very worried that these types of obstacles have now been made redundant and therefore the challenge lessened. I love the Souls games. Every single one of them is a towering achievement, not only testing the limits of what a game is capable of, but also testing the fullest extent of what a player is capable of. Completing these games is one of the most sought after and respected accomplishments in gaming culture. So, looking back at what's been, it's clear that Elden Ring has some incredibly deep shoes to fill.